Hi, and welcome to the May reading of the Ocean Oracle. I'm Sue Marty, I'm creator of the deck, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in. And I hope you guys are all having a good month so far. I think this month feels like there'll be quite a different energy from the beginning of the month than in the middle of the month, and then towards the end of the month. There's a super full moon in May, and also then we've got Mercury going retrograde towards the end of the month, and it feels like there'll be a lot of new ideas and possibilities early in this month, kind of culminating with the full moon. And then I feel like with Mercury going retrograde towards the end of the month, that all these ideas that are kind of coming and sound great and seem possible, having that retrograde period where you can review, revisit, kind of all those things towards the end, I feel like that's really well placed, because it does feel like there might be this snowball effect throughout this month. And I think that retrograde will bring in some energy to not necessarily put the brakes on the ideas, but just give it a period of reevaluation before moving forward again outside of that retrograde period. So it's almost like a forced revisiting of the ideas. So it seems hopeful, it seems possible, and it's like there are things waiting to be birthed. And I'm in the southern hemisphere, and we're moving into the winter season, a time of hibernation and kind of thinking and gestating ideas. But in the northern hemisphere is moving into spring, into summer, and that's where things blossom and bloom. So yeah, this month has some pretty interesting energies and potential. And so with the Oracle, we're looking at number 30, Rock Pool Reflection. So that might fit in really well with what I've just been talking about. So let's see. We'll read the story and the messages. And let's see. So the story. "What do you see?" she asked as she came upon him, sitting on the rock ledge, his gaze fixed into the translucent water of a rock pool. He answered, "Eternity, the here and now, all that ever was, all that ever will be, the vastness of the reflection, reflecting nothing but perceived light. I see myself as sinner and saint, priest and bastard, father and child, 100 different perceptions related to ego. I also see my essence and light and depth and truth, 100 different perceptions relating to the I am, all of it and none of it. I see fear and ripples and turbulence, as well as peace and love and stillness. I see reflected many faces of me, both past and present. What I see depends on how I am seeing. My head sees tangible images, my heart the intangibles, all of it right and none of it wrong. The message is, what do you need to see? Are you uncomfortable with what is being reflected back to you? Are you at peace with your reflection? Persons or situations may be at hand to help guide you in a reflective process. Know that what is being reflected back is an essence of you. Reflection can show both light and shadows. Embrace the reflection wholeheartedly, as in essence the embrace is of your true self." What I like about this card is kind of the wholeheartedness of it, and the whole embrace, and the idea of what we see and what we perceive is an aspect of ourselves. And so those things like, that make you happy, and then those things that upset you, it's all part of us. and none of it's right and none of it's wrong. It just is. And we tend to judge things as good and bad, but this card asks us just to look at it and reflect without judgment, and almost also without outcome. And so this does, I feel like, fit well into this merry month of May, where anything is possible and everything is possible, and some of it may come into being and some of it may not. And it's almost like the process of it is what's important. And yeah, I think that's kind of all that's come through. So I hope that helps in this month as we move forward. And I do really wish you all the best. There is a lot of stuff going on many levels. And remember to take a breath, stop, reflect, sit by an actual rock pool, and just be present to where you are when you can. All right, thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.